What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Jonas and I'm from Brooklyn and I'm 17 years old. You didn't ask that, but yeah.
Okay, now a lot of New Yorkers are leaving. Do you know anyone who's left and where are they going?
Do I know anyone personally or like celebrities?
Like personally, like neighbors.
I don't think so. Nah,
classmates,
I don't think I
relatives?
know anyone who's left, to be honest.
No?
My friend left for a little bit and went to Montana, my boy Jordan,
Yeah.
but he came back already, so yeah.
What is the difference between Brooklyn and Manhattan?
Brooklyn is smaller, it's quieter. I like it better. I'm very happy that I was raised there. That's a good question. Manhattan is tough to group together because there's Lower East Side, there's fucking Uptown, there's Midtown, and it's all very different. Brooklyn, I think, is more similar. You do have like Park Slope and you got East New York. It's obviously different, but Brooklyn, when you think of Brooklyn, it's more of a homogenous image, I think.
All right, now you are from Brooklyn. Can you do a New York accent?
It depends what you call a New York accent, because
Like
there's
New York,
the stereotypical like my coffee, da 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 da. But then there's Harlem accents. That's New York. There's Irish accents. I would argue that's
Wait, what
also.
What does the Irish one sound like?
I can't do fucking Irish accent, bro. Oi, laddie. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I don't even. It depends. Yeah, I can do a British accent a bit.
Do a British accent.
A bit. I can do a British accent. You know, it's a bit posh. It's a bit posh. You know, what you saying, B?
Is that the Queen's pronunciation?
Huh?
Is that the Queen's pronunciation?
I'm not sure about the Queen. I think the Queen is a whole nother level of posh. I don't know if I can do that, but
Received pronunciation.
yeah.
All right, now is Facebook still relevant?
Is Facebook still relevant? I don't really use Facebook. I should use Facebook because I make clothes. I'm like kind of a designer and shit, and I do a lot of customs. And Facebook marketing is a good tool that I should be using, but I just haven't got to it yet, to be honest. So for my generation, I would argue it's not really relevant just because the majority of us don't use it. But I think it's still relevant for my parents' generation and even like millennials and shit. Yeah, so I think yeah, and Facebook as a company, Facebook owns Instagram now. Instagram is definitely still relevant, and so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I would say yes for now. It doesn't have a bright future though.
So you're a fashion guy.
I am.
Are you actually going to school for that, or are you just doing that by yourself?
Well, so I'm in high school now. I've been looking at fashion schools for college. I'm definitely also going to take a gap year and just work on my brand and maybe find some internships and shit. I made this bag. I did those pants too that she's wearing.
Well, you do this all at home or somewhere?
Yeah. From my room. It's all handmade by me. Yeah. She did the rhinestones, but I made the pants.
Yeah, I put them on one by one.
So she's like what? Your assistant or you?
Nah, these were this was a custom pair I did for her actually. We just got her measurements and then I made the pants. And then she added the rhinestones later, and I think it came out sick.
You do men's and women's clothing?
I do, yeah. Yeah.
What's your most successful outfit so far?
I did recently, a couple weeks ago, I did a jacket for Blue Tiger. I'm not sure if you're familiar. She's a bassist that popped off on TikTok and has been getting a lot of attention recently. But my man's Omar from Staff is a company Staff NYC on Instagram. He hit me and he was like, "Yo, I'm this girl Blue Tiger. She needs a leather jacket and I designed it. I need you to make it."
Wow.
And so that's probably the most high profile thing I've done so far. I also did a couple pairs. I don't know if you're familiar with the store Lambs, New York, but they're on the Lower East Side as well. They're kind of a new store. Loso 95, he's there a lot. And I did a couple pairs of pants for the general manager there. But yeah, I do all other clothing too, like whatever, hoodies, jackets, all that shit. Yeah, I did this bag too. I'll show you the logo. Hold on. I got the mask somewhere.
Sounds like you're going places, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Where can we find
That's
you
the
online?
company. 250. It's the number
You
2
got a
and 50
website or
spelled
no?
out. Yeah, 250clothing.com. It's the number 2 and then 50 clothing spelled out with letters.
You take credit card and all that?
Yeah. Everything. It's PayPal as well. If you don't have a credit card, it takes PayPal.
What platforms are you on?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I've been focusing or trying to. I kind of been focusing on Instagram too much, but I want to put more emphasis into TikTok. I feel like it's really easy to grow on TikTok if I make good content, and I think I'm capable of making good content. So that's what I'm working on right now.
All right, now final question: do men or women have it easier?
I think it, like in general, to be honest, like I'm like inclined to say women, but at the same time, I think there's very different challenges that come with both genders. So it depends what you're using to measure it.
What's the advantage that women have?
The advantage that women have is drastically being able to alter their looks without being looked at crazy. You know, like makeup and liposuction, and if they're attractive to look at, life is a lot easier. For men, if they have a lot of money, life is a lot easier. And looks don't matter as much. I think the advantage of being a man is that you can be ugly and successful and you'll be chilling. We're also, you know, there's a lot of the women's movement going on now and shit, and obviously men have a big advantage when they're just like walking around and that type of shit.
I'll show you how I measure. Getting yelled at.
Boys are looked at as more rowdy and rambunctious and shit. And I think so naturally there's kind of this bias of like the guy is the teachers tend to come down a little harder, I feel like, and girls sometimes get a slap on the wrist in school. But at the same time, what I was talking about earlier, once we leave school, I can walk home and have my music playing mad loud and be fine. And the girl from that same class is walking home looking over her shoulder every 5 minutes, and that's something that I don't even have to think about. So you know, I think
you never got jumped in school or anything.
I have, of course, fights happen and shit, but it's not the type of thing where I'm walking around during the day and I'm looking over my shoulder every 5 seconds. You know, I'm paying attention. Obviously, I live in New York, but like, I think it's a difference.
My mom used
I think in this generation, this is an interesting take that I was listening to on a podcast recently, and they said it's becoming more difficult for young men because now with the internet, attractive women have access to anybody in the world. And so like on Tinder, on social media, you know, so there's girls my age, 16, 15 years old, getting hit up by 26-year-old rappers with millions of dollars. What the fuck is an unattractive kid in Brooklyn gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's an interesting take. And also there's the evidence for that is that virginity for men is starting to decrease. It's starting to go down. And women are staying the same or going up, I'm not sure, which might also have to do with like the women's liberation movement and letting them express their sexuality more, which I think is great. But it is definitely getting trickier for men, I think also porn and like expectations rising has a lot to do with it. Men tend to get more like stressed out about sex and kind of shy away from it sometimes, you know?
They can't get it up or what?
Because they can't get it up, or they're just fucking nervous, you know? They don't know, am I gonna not last long? Like, you never know.
Yeah, performance anxiety.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you know someone's crazy? That's a good question. To be fair, people are tracking us, of course. Obviously, you have chips in your phone, like Google Maps and shit, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing mad illegal shit with my life, so like, I'm chilling, to be honest. But I do believe that your phone's being tracked. Like, yeah.
Alright, now, do you want to plug any of your social media?
Sure, yeah. Fuck with me at 250 Clothing on TikTok, Instagram. My TikTok's popping a lot more. I have like 20K or something on there. I have like 800 on Instagram. So if y'all can fuck with my Instagram, that would be fire. And hit me if you're learning how to sew or like want to learn how to do something. DM me. I respond to everybody, and I would love to help you out. A lot of.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm on YouTube too, 250 Clothing as well. But yeah, there's been a couple of guys that have approached me like I started sewing because of you, because they thought it was like some women shit to do. But it's fun as fuck. I encourage everybody to start sewing. And if you have your other passions and need some clothes done, hit me. Always doing customs. I got some ready to wear shit coming soon too. So hell
You're
yeah,
like a role model already.
for sure. I mean, I hope to be. Yeah.
And you don't think you're above anybody just because you got a large following.
Definitely not because I got a large following, but I do think that everybody secretly thinks they're better than everybody else. That's just a human thing. I'm also a Leo, so I kind of have that naturally a little bit. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, so you're like hard to find these days. I mean, you're kind of your type. Because a lot of people, you know, you see them, you run into them, they got a big following, and they answer you all with like one word answer.
Word. Yeah, maybe. I feel you. Engagement, and for me, building a community is so important. I have like what I call it the 250 fam, like family, the 250 fam, and I try to like help them out as much as possible, and then they fuck with me because that way, wherever I go, whatever I decide to do, they're gonna be fucking with me because they know me, and they have this connection.
Right.
But if it's just like, oh, they like this shirt that I made, then if I like move to platforms, like whatever, like you know, he can go. But if they know me personally and they fuck with me, then they're gonna stay with me wherever I go. So that's the goal.
So you got like genuine support.
For sure, for sure.
All right, cool, man. Do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Ooh. Shout out Omar. That's my guy who he put me on a lot of jobs and hit him at Staff NYC on Instagram. It's his company. He's actually did a crazy drop today with mad shit, super fire. And check out Lambs, New York. It's on the Lower East Side. Yeah.
Do I have permission to put this on the internet?
For sure. Just let me get your channel and stuff so I can see it when you post it.